Hello Gemini, welcome to your November general reading. Let's see what we can get for you, what is going on for you this month, what themes show up, what you need to know, what's coming towards you. So let's start out with some oracle cards and then I'll get you some tarot. See what the universe has to say about your situation in November. You've got full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Beautiful. And I'll get you some frequencies. So with this full moon in Aries, Gemini, right? I am doing Gemini. Something is completing here with the new moon in Aries. Perhaps something you started some time ago, because Aries is usually an initiator of some sort. But now the full moon in Aries, it's like whatever you initiated some time ago, it's coming to some kind of completion. And Aries tends to be not dramatic, but there's a lot of fiery energy here. You know, it's something is energetic. There's some energetic something showing up in your life in this month of November. Just be careful not to inflame something, make something worse when it comes to if it's conflicts or if it's you know, whatever endeavors you find yourself in. Make sure you don't like overdo it, because I got the impression there is a sense of overdoing things here with this card. So what frequencies can Gemini expect or have or need more of this month? You've got expansion in reversed. Get you one more. Self-love. So with this expansion in reverse being here, you're somehow kind of getting in your own way is what I got, what I heard. Getting in your own way in some way. Perhaps is by overdoing something here. I will read what expansion in reverse is because I kind of forgot. Now with self-love is pretty self-explanatory. You're being called into taking better care of yourself, doing acts of self-love towards yourself. You know, perhaps pursuing something that makes you feel good. For some of you with this full moon in Aries and self-love, there is something here that is creative, fiery, passionate, that, you know, it's creating some sense of feeling good about yourself. So whatever that is for you, you're being prompted to pursue that, but at the same time to not overdo something. I don't know what that means to you, but hopefully you will understand. That's number 46. Oh, so if you have this card in reverse, you are inhibiting yourself in your life. Most often we do this either because of our fear or we do this for the sake of other people. Why are you afraid of doing something different? Why are you afraid of becoming more? You are not currently giving yourself permission to experience life that you want to experience. So ask yourself, what could I experience more fully? Then give yourself the green light to experience it. Interesting. I do feel like with this Aries in expansion reverse, it's like, again, you're getting in your own way in some way, but it has something to do with you being somewhat rash. You know, perhaps you're making some impulsive decision, or you're trying to finish something up that is kind of disorderly or something like that. So we'll see what tarot has for you. And of course, with self-love being here showing up next to expansion in reversed, you need to give yourself permission to enjoy something that makes you feel good, that is self-loving, okay, whatever that is for you. So let's see, which deck do I want? What's calling out to me? This one. So what else do we have for Gemini? So basically, Gemini this month, get out of your own way. That's the best way to put it. And it's interesting, one of Aries' motto is get out of my way. So it's quite fitting that that shows up here. Basically, either you're telling yourself, get out of my way, or there is something in your life that's telling you, get out of your own way, or, you know, you need to be careful with how much energy you put into something. Full moon in Aries tend to be a little bit fiery or inflammatory or something like that. So you may need to be careful with that, but overall you need to get out of your own way and do the things you enjoy to do. You don't have self-love here for no reason. You're being prompted to do that. Some of you might be called to some sort of an adventure here with Aries. Aries is usually an adventurous sign, is the first sign of the zodiac, is the one that explores things. So you may be called to explore some things that you might want to do, that you enjoy doing. So what else for Gemini? Oi, Gemini, what's going on here? This Two of Pentacles has been showing up a lot for the readings I've done. I think every single reading I've done so far has this Two of Pentacles showing up somewhere in a reading, which is kind of interesting. There's a lot of instability in the collective. There's a lot of ups and downs, or, you know, things like that. I do feel like you have your eye on something here, Gemini. Something that does make you happy. It's interesting, you've got Leo showing up here, fire sign for some of you. This person, if it is a person, this Leo sign, or it could be another fire sign, Aries or Sagittarius, that's coming towards you here. Could be that this person is bringing some sort of happiness. Perhaps you have your eye on something that brings you happiness. It's interesting. But your reading is a bit less than happy, Gemini. What's going on here? Now, it's interesting. The Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords showing up as a challenge. Again, that there's that sense of getting in your own way. The Eight of Swords is as a challenge, basically is showing up for you, that inability to get out of your own head, that inability to get out of a sense of being isolated somewhat. It's interesting, you have this with the Four of Wands, which is you somewhat feel like you're isolated from your place of comfort, whatever that means to you. You feel isolated from your loved ones, or you feel isolated. It's like you lack that stability, or you lack that comfort of home, because this person is tied up and isolated outside, and the castle is somewhere out there in a distance. And it's almost like it's some sort of a punishment here. Either you're being punished by others, or, you know, self-imposed punishment of some sort, self-imposed isolation from security, from stability. And there's this Two of Pentacles here, which is your main energy for the reading. Yeah, a lot of instability. Like I said, the other signs I've done so far, I think I've done 3 or 4 signs, they all had this Two of Pentacles show up. And there's a lot of ups and downs here for you. It's almost like there are points throughout the month, Gemini, where you try to convince yourself to get out there or to change something about yourself. But it's almost like it's immediately dispersed in some way. It's like you feel like you know you have to get out of the situation, and you might even kind of get up the confidence and the willpower to do it, but it's almost like it's immediately fading away in some sense. I don't know. You've got too many fives here, or there's something's happening where you just kind of lose your guts, or you you lose your grits in some way to get it done. I'm not going to lie to you, Gemini, it's a very sad reading for you, but you are transitioning out of this, Gemini, because you do have Six of Swords as your potential outcome, or where things are headed potentially this month. You are transitioning out of this, okay? I don't know if this is a love disappointment, some sort of betrayal, some sort of a heartbreak surrounding a specific person, because you do have the Knight of Cups here with the Five of Pentacles, and that shows up in your environment. You know, whatever the situation is for you, Gemini, it's volatile and it's unpredictable to begin with, you know. But there's a lot of inner struggle, a lot of confusion as to what to do here. And as soon as you decide to do something, you almost immediately fall back into that same prison of, I can't do anything, I'm out here by myself, nobody cares for me, nobody asks me anything. It's a very odd feeling that I'm getting from your reading, Gemini. It's yeah, not very good. It does seem like you want stability with this Four of Wands. Could be that there is a fire sign again coming towards you, providing you with some form of stability, but whatever this is, it doesn't seem to be lasting long, because it's followed by Five of Cups, Three of Swords, and Six of Swords. Okay, I will need to clarify some of this because it's a bit confusing as to what's going on here. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. Like I said, I actually kind of see you gaining that confidence and gaining that willpower, gaining that warrior spirit, because the King of Wands is the warrior of the deck. I associate him with great warrior kings of antiquity. So it's like you're getting that spirit of going after something or doing something, but it's like it very quickly just turns into a disappointment, you know, a pain in the butt, whatever that is, and you just end up not doing anything in the end, or perhaps fleeing the situation here with the Six of Swords. It does seem like there is someone here with the Knight of Cups that is coming towards you or providing you with love or with affection of some sort, but it's associated with the Five of Cups. So it's either you're suffering some sort of a disappointment in love, or somebody is letting you down. Perhaps you've relied on this person to provide you with some sort of support or emotional support, or perhaps you're hoping this person will cheer you up if you're going through something difficult, and there's like a disappointment in that regard. Let's clarify, because I do want to know more what's going on here. Tell me about this instability, Gemini. It's interesting, you have Aries climax. You also have the King of Wands. Some of you, it's an Aries you're dealing with, that you're having I don't know, some sort of a disagreement here. You also have 5 of Wands too, which is a fiery energy. You've got the Ace of Pentacles that turned over. For some of you, you are trying to make a decision in regards to having a new beginning here, possibly with this person, if you have someone attached to you at this point. There's an offer here for some of you. Could be tied up to this Knight of Cups. You know, it could be some kind of an offer of some sort of a prospect of a relationship that could go to the next level or something like that. Move in with someone or take your connection to the next level. I don't know. I don't see you making that decision though. I mean, it does seem like there is an offer here showing up, either of love or stability or, you know, some sort of an offer, some sort of help that's coming through here for you. But you're really conflicted about this whole thing. Like this whole row is just you being in your head about things or confused about things, or you may feel like this person is trying to offer you things that they cannot provide with the Seven of Cups, okay? Or it could be that you feel like you're an option to this person, or you may feel like you have options. I mean, for some of you, this is love related. This could be you, Gemini, having options, and you just kind of like, you're kind of stuck. Like, what do I do, you know? This one kind of sounds good. It's good on paper. It's handsome, blah, 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 or beautiful or whatever. But it's like you know, there's like a lot of confusion here, a lot of pulling and pushing and, you know, a lot of tension, okay? I'm getting tension that's happening here, especially in the first row. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups. Who is this Knight of Cups for Gemini? The Star. Somebody is providing you with help, Gemini. That's what I picked up on that Knight of Cups. It's almost like, I mean, this is someone you might rely on perhaps to provide you with some sort of emotional, it's emotional relief or something like that. But if this is not a person with the Star card being here, I do feel like you're trying to heal something. You heal your emotional states, or you're trying to remain hopeful, pursuing something you love, and that's where you find your hope. Perhaps you have something that you do that you love, that is providing with some sense of hope. But this is a beautiful energy. I mean, if this is a person, it could be that it's someone that is actually, perhaps unawarely so, helping you heal in some way, Gemini. You know, whatever this is for you. I mean, if this is you, I feel like you're trying to pursue your dreams, Gemini. The Knight of Cups and the Star, this is someone that is pursuing what they love. They're following their star, they're following their dreams, or they have hope for something here. So take it if it resonates, you know. There is some sort of a hope here that's showing up for you. So it's not all doom and gloom. Thank the gods. Why is this Five of Wands here? There's this sun that was at the bottom. There's happiness here for you, Gemini. But you know what I'm getting for you, Gemini? There is happiness, there is hope. Look at that. You have the star, the sun. There is happiness, there is hope. There is things around you that either you're trying to grasp onto, or, you know, there are good things happening around you or inside you that it's almost kind of shadowed by some other things that are going on perhaps in your environment here. Because your strength is the Five of Wands and the Sun. You know, what I would say, Gemini, I feel like For some of you, you're struggling with yourself to stay positive, despite the fact that your situation is somewhat gloomy, okay? There's like an internal struggle here in regards to remaining positive, or seeing the silver lining in something, or seeing the rainbow in the clouds, or, you know, as the saying goes. I feel like you're having this inner struggle between the light and dark kind of thing, because there's a lot of darkness showing up in your reading, but at the same time there's also beautiful things showing up for you. Either if this is a person helping you out, or, you know, you have your own aspirations or dreams that are keeping you kind of afloat in some way. But I would say, Gemini, to stay positive, you know, even if that is a struggle for you, because I feel like it is, you know, especially if there's a lot of painful things happening here. I would say to stay positive despite the fact that things are kind of gloomy. You've got the moon here. Okay. I mean, if this is a person trying to see what this King of Wands is with the moon, I feel like there's some sort of an invitation here for you to explore something, or to explore the depths of your emotions or your subconscious or something. I mean, this could be you trying to be brave enough to explore something that is making you unhappy, for example. To go a little bit deeper and to see why you do the things that you do, or why you feel the way you do. If this is a person, though, I don't know, Gemini. It's associated with the moon. I would say there's probably some fears associated with this person, or the issue of trusting what this person is showing you is kind of questionable. You know, there's a question mark here when it comes to what this person is showing you about themselves. So I'm going to try to put multiple scenarios out there, so you know, the messages that need to be brought out. So if this is a specific person coming your way, especially if it's of a fire sign nature, it doesn't have to be, just make sure that you question what this person is showing you, because with the moon, not everything is clear. It's not illuminated. It's interesting, you have luminaries here. The sun, the moon, the star. Luminaries. Huh, interesting. Well, we do have an eclipse in November, so that might be impacting you in some way, especially if you have placements in Taurus or Scorpio. Yeah, you do have luminaries here. It's interesting that you have all of this sadness and despair, possibly for some of you, but there are the luminaries that are coming in. It's somehow illuminating things, or they're putting some sort of an energy here into, they're like injecting some sort of an energy into your sad situation in some way. It's a very interesting dynamic. I can't say that I've had a reading quite like this before, where the sun, the moon, and the star shows up in a reading that way. And yeah, I mean, we do have these eclipses, so it tends to be quite a bit of odd energy around. So, you know, this eclipse could be impacting you in some form. So anyway, let's move on. What is this Five of Cups here for Gemini? The Hermit. This is in your environment, so I don't know what this is about. Some of you is something about isolation, because I picked up on that from the beginning. It's just sort of feels like you're somewhat isolated from where you are. Like feeling somewhat separated from the people you have around, or friends or loved ones or your significant other. But at the same time, as an environment energy, this is disconnection from that environment to possibly heal something. It's like you keep your own company here in some way. Perhaps you don't tell anybody that you're going through a lot of stuff. You just kind of keep it to yourself. And there's another major arcana showing up on top of this reading. So you have strong forces coming up for you that are somehow trying to help you out deal with this situation, Gemini. You may have outside forces, powerful forces, universal forces that are coming in some way, shape, or form. It could be very subtle or it could be very bold, showing up, that is trying to show you the way in some way on how to get yourself unstuck, how to heal, you know, disappointments, or to help you clear out the fog in some way. I don't know what to say, Gemini. I feel like you're gaining some sort of enlightenment, or you're gaining some sort of awareness about what's going on around you, or if this is a specific person, you may distance yourself from this particular individual because it's just not good for you. You know what you know with the Hermit being here, and it's like you choose to kind of be on your own. So why's the Six of Swords here? Wow, Gemini, that's a lot of pain. There is something ending here for you. A lot of swords, which is not uncommon for a Gemini reading. It's like you're transitioning from something that is quite painful to you. Ten of Swords. But this is the completion of something. So, whatever is happening for you this month is ending this month. And it's quite a painful thing because you also have Three of Swords here. But I don't know if this is a fear of yours, or perhaps it's something that's happening. If you're in a relationship, just pay attention that this is not some sort of a third-party situation that this person is trying to hide from you. Because again, I did mention, if there is a person in your life, just make sure you question what this person is telling you or showing you. So if this is love related, this particular painful situation is coming to an end. You're transitioning out of it. I do feel like there's a lot of intervention showing up here in your favor, Gemini, with all these luminaries that are trying to show you the way. Okay, you're being shown with the star what you need to follow. You need to follow your heart. You need to follow your inspiration. With the sun, you're being shown that there are ways for you to stay positive despite of what's happening to you. And with the moon here, you're being invited to keep your own counsel, to listen to your intuition, to put into practice the things that you know, because the Hermit card is someone that's very wise. So there's intervention here showing up into your situation this month, Gemini, that's actually going to pull you out of this. You're going to get out of this. Now, it's not pleasant, I will say that much. With that particular combination, this is not a pleasant situation, Gemini. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. But you have some very beautiful intervention here. This could be either people that are helping you out in some way, or providing emotional support for you in this situation if you're going through something very rough. Or this is you trying to, gather all of your knowledge on how to deal with the situation the best way you can and staying positive. So there's a painful ending happening for you, Gemini, but I do feel like you will end up quite well in the end, because you have very beautiful forces here working in your favor. Okay, and we do have this fiery climax here, so I feel like whatever this is going to end with a boom, you know. And you have self-love, and you know, you're being reminded that you need to take care of yourself throughout all of this. So that was your reading, Gemini. I wish you a good month of November, and until next time, take care. Bye.